Hey, everybody, welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. And as always, super excited to see what energy comes through and what messages from Spirit. Before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. And whether you're watching this live or on replay, I would love for you to join me in just magnifying this beautiful love to the world so it can transform and do what it wants to do, taking us closer and closer to our next stage of our journey. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Let's just allow that love to flow into our heart from above, fill us up, and flow out to the world. Just covering the planet in a giant, giant bubble of love, igniting souls who are ready to begin to wake up and more and more. And if you are in need of love this evening for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for a loved one or a situation, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me that space and joining me in doing that for those of you that did. And before we get into the actual readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows there's only less than 2 days left to enter the drawing for Monday's drawing. Every week I give away a personal recorded reading. This week, here's the link for that, is a 1 hour personal recorded reading. Boom, I know what's going on. So if you're interested in doing that, check out that video. Also, happy March. If you are looking for more messages around what's coming to you for March, here is a playlist for March for each individual zodiac sign. So check out your sun and your moon and your Mars, whatever you're looking for as far as the characteristics or whatever subject or area of your life. Zeroing in on the planet that controls that area of your life can get you even more detail. So I like it. We also put out a pick a card on Wednesday. I put them out now. I'm doing Sundays and Wednesdays. So Wednesdays was what new territory are you walking toward? And there'll be one in about 5 hours coming out. It's a full moon alert for the full moon on Tuesday. So if you have subscribed, make sure to go into your little notification bell. Make sure that all is on so you get notified of all the new videos that come out. So you're in the know. All right. So that is that. And I'm just going to set up my desktop real quick here. Pop out the chat so I can see it. And if you are new to my channel, how I handle the free readings is I do go down the chat, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And I just go down in order. I pull a couple cards, just a little mini reading so I can try to get through as many free readings as I can. And I get toward the end, I kind of go into a lightning round to try to get as many in as the last minutes. But if anyone makes a donation, I do step out of the free readings. And to honor that energy exchange, I prioritize it, complete them. I go deeper into those as well. And then once I'm done, I go back into the free readings and continue moving down the list. So that's the skinny. That's how it works. You can use the super chat to make a donation. YouTube does take a third of that for administrative fees. If you want to make a donation another way, I do have Venmo, CashApp, Square, and PayPal. All the links are in the pinned comment at the top or the description box of the video. So however you would like to do that. All right. So thank you guys again so much for being here. When I first started doing live readings, I thought, I'm probably going to be sitting there by myself and just talking to myself. But you guys have made this a soul family. So thank you so much. I so enjoy it. I actually miss you guys on Mondays and Tuesdays when I take those nights off. But Spirit is like, buddy, you better balance your booty or you're going to be sick and exhausted and burnt out. So we listen. All right. So I do not have any donations yet. So we'll start and we'll go into, let me make sure I have this on live chat here. There we go. And we will start at the very top with Anya Ohuya. You want to know, is JJ the Virgo your future spouse? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. That was a lot of cards. Let's take a look here. So what would you like Anya to know? Is this Virgo JJ the future spouse? No. Wouldn't that just be a fun reading for everyone? I look at the cards, I don't show them, I just go no or yes. But I love these cards. This I am using the Santa Muerta tarot, which is the Day of the Dead tarot. And the skeletons and everything represent our ancestors and those that are on the other side, bringing us messages, helping bring the messages of Spirit. So nothing creepy about it. You have the Empress, which is, it's harvest, it's newness. You have 2 3s here too. It's all about new. It's all about new beginnings, new things coming in. And the 3 of Cups here shows me that no, there's someone else. It's like if this was you and JJ the Virgo, there's someone else that's coming in that's for you. And so I don't feel like this is confirming that they are your future spouse. In fact, it's the opposite for me, is that no, there's new birth coming in, newness coming, new love coming in, joy, celebration around that too. So I don't feel like they are. They are, of course, anyone that comes through our life is here on purpose, for purpose, to reflect back to what we want to see. And if they're not our spouse, our soul partner for the rest of our lives, then they're a stepping stone to get there. And they're a very important stepping stone, because without it, you'd fall into the river. So you need the stepping stones to get across the river. So it's very important in your life, but not your life partner. So that's what they have for you, Anya. Much love to you, and enjoy your adventure. All right, Spiritual Gifts Diva. You are up, and you want to know, how will your experience of meditation be with Rishi? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, anything else? All right, well, I do like it. The King of Pentacles, of course, represents wonderful, wonderful, energy. It's abundance. So it does bring you a wonderful feeling of fullness and wholeness there. And the 4 of Swords, peace of mind card. Well, I think that's what a meditation's supposed to do, right? So victory, it does allow you to cut away some expectations, and just there's a stable mind that comes in here. So, very much earth grounding energy here. And then also the peace of mind coming in, allowing yourself to be freed from some expectations and some thoughts that would have limited you before. And it just feels really, like I said, grounded, very serene in a way. So I do like that for you, and definitely no concerns. It feels very advantageous and abundant for you. So I like that for you, Spiritual Gifts Diva. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. And Gauri, Gauri, Gauri. I probably am murdering that. My apologies. And you want to know, is the mysterious he your soulmate? Let's take a look here and see if this is like and I clarify, we all have soulmates, we're soulmates, our uh, parents and relatives and friends and whatever. We're all soulmates. We're all souls, and we all have these divine appointments. So usually, when we're asked if someone's our soulmate, it's more asking, is our soul partner? Is this the soulmate I'm going to spend the rest of my life with in deep love? And so that's what we zero in on, just for clarity purposes. And I don't think so. Yeah, with all that, no. Because you have the star card here, which is a wish fulfillment card, which by itself would be like, well, it seems like they're really like a dream come true. But when this horse comes in, the the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away old expectations and thoughts and beliefs. So I feel like over this next year, you really are cutting away and changing, like the wish that you would ask the magical genie. It's a mini genie because it only offers you one wish. Uh, you know, it changes, your wish changes. And so you realize, oh, this really isn't this alignment. I don't feel like this is the person that will bring me what I want to have experiencing in my life going forward. So I feel like they are more so, like we were just talking about, a stepping stone across the river to your soul partner, but they are not your soul partner. They're just someone that helps you reflect and see what you want to see about yourself, to clear away some things, to transform some things, to prepare you for your soul partner. So that's what they have for you. Gari, Jari, Ari. So many blessings to you. All right. Dollface Diva, you are up next. And see, like a general for next week. Let's see, what does Spirit want you to give you a heads up on for next week? Okay, you want those two. Tick tock, tick tock. All right. So you do have the Six of Pentacles. That was my TikToking going on. And the Page of Wands. Fire, new passion, new energy, new drive, new stepping into your power. I like this for you because the Six of Pentacles can mean kind of codependency awareness, like an overgiver type of energy that comes up. But I feel like next week you really are, I feel like you are understanding where this is coming from more and more as you look at your earlier childhood, 7 years and younger, about who was it that you felt you had to overgive to all the time, and to and get a little bit back, that created that out of balance, love and give and receive ratio. But that's correct. It's correcting. I feel like the tick and the talk, it's like the pendulum is swinging. It's swinging, literally. Both are swinging here. I love it. So it's swinging to the other side, where you really, not that you'll overdo it, but gimme, everyone give to me. But you're going to be like, I'm allowing people to give to me, and I'm just saying thank you. I'm not deflecting it, going, I don't deserve that, you shouldn't have, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you are not um, lowering the experience for the other person who's giving by trying to tell them their giving was not needed and that they shouldn't do it. Instead, you're honoring their giving and allowing them to feel the gratitude that you have for it. And so I like this for you next week. I feel like you're just allowing yourself in different areas of your life in different ways for people to give to you. And your worthiness of receiving is changing. So it's drawing more reward, it's drawing more in for you, so that you have even more that you can give to others after giving to yourself. So I like it for you, Dollface Diva. So I got my divas in my house again. So welcome, welcome, and thank you so much, and many blessings to you. All right, Grace, you're the next free reading coming up here. You're welcome, Spiritual Gifts Diva. All right, so Grace, What is Spirit's message for you? You know, boom, they were like animal spirit. I'm like, yes, yes, okay, I obey. So let's see what the animal spirit guides have for you. What do they want you to know right now, Grace? All right, you got the buffalo. Just move these over here and show you the beautiful. I've had the amazing experience to see one of these in person twice. One time was actually here where we, not here, like in this room, but in out east from where we live. It was a long time ago, but it's at a kind of a 4th of July picnic, and they took us out in a truck, and we had to be very quiet because they took us out into a herd of them. I mean, and they were like within 10 feet, because if they get angry and scared and spooked, they could charge, and that would not be good. The other is with my brother when he lived in Oklahoma, and there was this free range park, and he pulled up because they were roaming, and there was a buffalo. You know, they were all scattered, like right alongside the road, and he pulled over, of course, on my side of the car with his little twin daughters in the back seat, rolled down my window because he had control of it, and I mean, I could have, you know, reached out and touched the buffalo, and I'm just like, be very, very still, but they're beautiful, huge animals. So anyway, back to the reading. Sorry. The buffalo has the grounded yet heavenly energy, practical yet spiritual. And the hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and its mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road, that would be me, the bump in the road, as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. And when you're in balance with this energy, you're trusting, you have pure presence. When you're out of balance with this energy, you might have restlessness or lack gratitude. To bring this energy, this buffalo energy, into balance, prayer or bhakti, Bhakti. So I like that for you. What a grounding energy. They are very, very beautiful and majestic animals. Like I said, they are huge. They have nothing to fear. Um, Usually people respect their presence. Not my brother, but they're so beautiful, and I love that energy for you, Grace. So many, many blessings for you. That's what they have. All right. So K-pop, you're the next free reading coming up here. And you'd like a general reading. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I thought 7, 8, 9. Things are happening in an order here for you. And I'm going to put them in order. So 7 of Cups kind of represents emotional confusion and like emotional storm. A lot of things happening, picking up on a lot of people's drama around you too. So like a lot of this, I feel, is not your drama that you're picking up with this energy. It's a lot of people that are just like, what's going on with your friends and your family? They just seem to be in an uproar and feeling the feels, which Pisces energy, and a full moon coming up here in a couple days. So, you know, people are growing hair and howling at the moon, right? But I feel like this is it's starting off right here. But then you have the Strength card, which is you really stepping into yourself and with your relationship with yourself, finding your inner strength. So I feel like this chaos in the outside world is having you go, I'm just going to step back here and get out of the little storm of stuff that's happening And this is Spirit just saying, this is a good time for you to really connect with your higher self. This is like your human self and your higher self. So you're really stepping in there to look into um, the nine of cups, which is like a wish fulfillment card. But I feel like because of that seven, that eight, and that nine, you go from a seven of emotional uproar and storm going on to centering yourself on the inside with your higher self, which the nine is the hermit's journey, which is finding your emotional, um, calm in the middle of the storm within you. And so I love this for you. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I'm about to explode with all this emotions, realize what is of yours and what is not of yours, and kind of step in and create a beautiful gelatin mold around you that just keeps everyone else's emotions stuck in the gelatin. They don't get on you. You can still see them and you can touch them and feel them for people, but you don't have to take them all on to you as your own emotions, or take them on all at once either. So that's what Spirit has for you, K-pop. I like it. Many, many blessings for you. And we are moving down the list. We are to Maju. I love saying your name. I hope you don't get offended. I know you don't get offended me saying that. I just like that. So, what are his expectations from you? Like, what does he think you expect of him? Like, what does he think you expect? Right? Spirit knows what you're asking, even if I'm not interpreting it right, which I'm glad. So, what else here? So we have the Page of Pentacles here, and the Page of Pentacles represents seeing worth in a different way. It is about new opportunities, new things. So if your question is like, what are his expectations from you? Like, what does he think you expect? New opportunities, a new chance, just a new emotional journey, because the Eight of Cups here, which I love this Eight of Cups, it's one of my favorite ones now, is about leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve you and move on to wish fulfillment. So I almost feel like they feel like, um, and understand that our own expectations, even if you don't expect these things, if I've grown up with these expectations in my head my entire life, it doesn't matter what you do or expect. I think you expect this of me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even, I mean, you can like beat it that I don't expect this of you. I don't. Let me. You want me to put it in writing? But this coming in here is saying that they have this expectations that's built into them, that they're supposed to rescue you, that they're supposed to swoop in, give you new opportunities, and rescue from all your emotional, whatever happened, and right away right away into the sunset, like all the movies always had. And that doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean that that's what you are expecting of him, and you might take you aback, going, "Really? You picking that up from me?" No, he's not picking it up from you. He's picking it up from years of what was been put into his brain, growing up with movies and everything else. And it's like, oh, they're expecting me to, help them financially and rescue them emotionally and fulfill them in every single way, and it's like, oh, that's kind of the norm that we're all taught, right? You're supposed to give me everything to make me happy. And of course, that is no one's responsibility, no one's possibility. I cannot make anyone happy except myself. No one can make me happy, except, they can only make themselves happy, because that's my choice. You can give me the world, I can still choose to be unhappy. Happiness belongs in here, and then everything else outside is extra. So that is what they have for you right now, Manju. And if I didn't get the question correct, please let me know. All right. So, Golden, you are up next for the next free reading. And you want to know, how will your Mr. Right be? Let's take a look here. What is the Mr. Right? So, your soul partner, the one that you're going to have the most connection with, the one that you'll end up with the rest of your life. Oh. Well, the first card that came out was the Death card. Sorry, you missed them. They're already on the other side. Maybe next lifetime. But that's not what it means. Means they've had a significant rebirth in their life where I feel like they had to grow up very fast when they were younger. It felt like their life just was hit with so many things, like a parent passing, and they had to move and move and move and move, and it was like all this stuff. And then the step parent was a step monster, and step brothers and sisters. It was just like this. It's like a fairy tale story where it's like Cinderella, where they went through so much, but they have this beautiful transformation where they kind of rebooted their life after going through all of that, and they have such a wonderful outlook on life. And because of that, the King of Pentacles, this does represent, they carry so much experience and wisdom in dealing with the outside world because they went through so much, and they get it. They got the street smarts, and they have the wisdom too of life. So they've really a solid foundation. They know who they are because they had to uh, redefine themselves from all that other stuff that they had growing up. So just a really solid individual, a self-made person, someone who's prosperous, someone who has the guts and the gusto because um, they were at a point in their life they were either going to, you know, have a rebirth. They're showing me the phoenix. They were either going to just burn down and burn into ashes and be gone, or they were going to rise from the ashes. And so they're at this point where they felt their life had burnt down and they just was nothing, but they chose to rise again as a brand new phoenix. So I like that. They might even be a Scorpio, because a lot of this transformative energy that is Scorpio energy, especially the death and the rebirth, in that. So that's what they have for you, Golden. So many blessings for you. Continue moving down the list, and we've got Pinky. You'd like a love reading. Let's take a quick sip here. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know about love, love, love? All right. Well, looks like it's going to be a slow time coming. There's like a song playing. I think there's a song that oh, it's been a long time coming. But they replaced it with "It's a slow time coming," and that's what the Hangman is seeing things from a higher perspective, things slowly, moving forward towards love because of the Three of Swords here. Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. The expectations equal disappointment. And the reason why this is going slow is for you to really be able to look into this and free yourself. Take some of these swords and knives out of your back that have created this pain within you, because you're recognizing during this time that it's not people's actions or words that hurt us, it's our choice. We're the ones that hurt us. That's our responsibility. We hurt ourselves by the story that we put. But the story that we put to when like someone cheats on us or doesn't choose us or gives us, a cup of coffee for Valentine's Day instead of taking us out to dinner and treating us like a king or queen, whatever it might be. We have all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that have been given to us all our lives. And so that's the story we've been trained to, and it's become our habit to put on it. And so this mindsets, these stories are what are changing. When you're seeing things from a higher perspective and you're realizing that you're the one that gets to choose what something means, there's a lot of opinion about what something is supposed to mean, but you get to choose it. And that's what this hanged man is having you, is because you're kind of doing a sorting out of, what's in the skull, which that hanged man is actually the head was disconnected from the rest of the body, the skull. It's like you're in your mind, you're cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship and love that are outdated. They don't serve you anymore. Because when you do what you always did, you get what you always got. And you don't want that anymore. You want something higher. So you're raising your love vibration by cutting away fears of losing conditional love, these stories, and it's like you're taking an old videotape and you're re-recording over top of it, because you're creating new ways of thinking around love for you. So the faster that you work and deeper you work on your self-love around this, the faster it speeds up. And then because you're raising your love vibration, it draws in. But right now, Spirit has everything paused, because if they hit the play button, your energy with where it's at is going to draw in the same old person, but in someone else's body. And you're like, okay, keep that paused for now. So that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. It's a lovely journey. It is worth it. It is worth it. All right. So, Divine Goddess, you'd like an energy reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? What's going on in your energy field? All right. Well, okay. A lot of energy. You got 2 Wands card, which is energy cards. So very fitting, of course. And the 9 of Wands is what used to be an energetic block. The 9 also is the Hermit's journey. So you've been on this, energy kick of focusing in on what you're focusing your energy on and what is expanding and contracting in your life. What has felt like a block, you feel is moving, because here's the Ace of Wands and here's the Ace of Wands, because the Page of Wands is about new energy, new movement, new passion, and also understanding what you do to change this energetic block. So you really are understanding that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands, right? Like attracts like. And when we focus on what we're missing or what's in our life that we don't want, or what we fear will come into our life, when we fear what will come into our life, we actually go, shoo-wee, whistle. I don't want to whistle on here anyway, but we whistle and go, hey, come here. We draw it to us. Or if we fear something's going to leave our lives, we actually repel it away, because our energy is so powerful. And so when we realize what we're focusing on is expanding, we're like, well, you know what? If I focus on what I'm grateful for, if I focus on what I do want, not like focus on, I don't want that to come in. It's like, well, no, focus on what you do want to come in, and focus on that higher energy that you want to grow, unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and bliss. When we focus on what we're grateful for, then more things to be grateful for. We draw that to us. So we magnetize ourselves with our energy. And overall, I feel like your energy is pretty balanced, from what I'm picking up here. This energetic block with that, 9 of Wands is just one specific area or relationship. It's not like, oh, it's blocked me all my life. It's like you just feel like there's this energetic block that's really standing out to you. And this is the one that you get to practice on, like like, what is it, Harry Potter? You have your wand, you get to practice a spell, cast it, open it. But stepping into your power is what, the 9 of Wands has 9 wands, and one of those is your Ace of Wands. When you take that, it does open a space for you to pass through it. So as you're stepping into your power and really exercising it, you feel this energy shift move, and it allows you to go into the area that you've been wanting to go into. So I like it. A lot of clarity will come through for that. So that's what they have, Divine Goddess. So many blessings for you. And up next, we have Sterling. And you want to know, what are Kenneth's true feelings and intentions towards you currently? So, all right, let's see what they have here for you. All right. Well, there definitely is this energy. I mean, we got the magician who holds a magic wand, very fiery, fiery energy, and the Five of Wands, which you can tell, of course, wands is fire, the fire suit. But you got a match here next to this matchbook, and it's like it's on the verge here of. There's a lot of passion, a lot of um, just fiery type of energy towards you. I don't feel like it's anger though. Well, the Five of Wands can represent a little bit of conflict, but the Magician definitely is this desire to like move towards you, to act towards you, to put things into manifest things, to, I don't want to say control, but they want to step in to move things along in one way or another. So there might be some frustration around some of this fire energy here. But then there's the Three of Pentacles too, which is all about stay true to your authentic self in here in this. So I feel like if they're pushing you to do something that you don't want to do and what you want to head down, and they want action, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And you're like, but that's not what I want. That's not where I want to go, what I want to do, who I want to be. The Three of Pentacles is about stay true to the authentic you. Try not to get drawn off by the fear of punishment or the loss of support or praise. Be you, and if someone doesn't like it, there's a road that they can hit and they can go down it. Bye. And I know it sounds kind of crass and unfeeling, but if someone's not going to accept you and allow you to be you, then what do you want, a life of imprisonment? No, you want someone who appreciates you for you. So I feel like there's a lot of fire going on here, like tension in the intentions between you guys right now. But I like that about staying true to the authentic you. So that's what they have for you, Sterling. Many blessings for you. And Daisy, you are up next. So will you make a decent amount of money from selling your artwork during your school's upcoming art market? All right. Let's take a look here. You're excited, but a little nervous. You nervous? No way. You're funny. You are funny, Daisy. All right, so let's take a look here. What about this art market? Is there going to be buku bucks around the art? Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. I don't have pentacles here, but I do have this. You have the 10 of Wands here, which is about an adjustment, and you have endings and new beginnings coming in here. So I feel like there's a lot of energy you've been investing that gets repositioned around your art that brings you into a more free-flowing adventure journey that's more free of expectations and roles and that type of thing. It's very much a freedom, transformation that comes in here. I mean, you even have the butterfly right here. So you got this transformation that's happening with your artwork here. So I don't have pentacles and riches and everything here, but I feel like though you may not get like buku bucks right now, it opens up opportunity for you. An example would be something like someone sees your artwork and goes, would you be interested in being part of my private art show? Or, I'd love to put your stuff up in my gallery. Or would you like to display your stuff, blah, 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 which then leads to income coming in. But I feel like the art market at the school, starving artist is in the back of my head. There's a lot of people that are and they're going to school, they don't have a whole lot of money, right? So I feel like the art market is a great stepping stone for you, but I don't feel like it's going to be huge amounts, a decent amount. I feel like there's some, but I feel like the opportunity that comes outweighs the money for sure. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. So many blessings for you. If you have your if you have a website or something that you put your art on, let us know. We can check it out. All right. So, LA, should you focus more on school or your career? So, I'm going to pull two cards. One's going to represent the energy of school, and then the other one is the career. So, this first card will be if you focus your energy on school, what type of energy will come around that? And then if you focus on career. So if you focus on school, the Ace of Wands shows new energy, new passion, new drive that comes in for you. You just feel energized. It's like you have this new spark for life. You don't feel like you're existing. You feel like you're living. You feel like um, you're just entering a new phase of life, and I like that for you. If you focus on your career, you have the Chariot card, which is victory. You have movement forward. You have you realize just a lot around power of choice, and with this too. But so it is movement. You do go places, within your career. But when we're looking at the difference between the two, just one feels like wheels turning. They're showing me with the Chariot, which I normally don't see, um, a chariot stuck in mud, which, you know, because chariots don't run like cars. The wheels don't turn on themselves. They get pulled by horses, but in this case, the wheels are just like stuck and they're spinning in the mud. So I feel like you would go places, but it really wouldn't feel like it's taking you anywhere. Not in the inside. I feel like school is going to give you a new spark for life. Whereas when you're focusing on current career, it's really not bringing you satisfaction. You'd be successful at it, you'd have money, blah, 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 right? But if you're empty on the inside, what does it matter, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in there with those cards, LA. So that's what they have. Many blessings for you. All right, Aditi, you are up next. Aditi 444. Anyone to know what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Oh, evidently something came flying out here. No, two cards came flying out. And, well, what was this other card here? Okay. Well, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles came out last, which is like kind of just things are unfolding slowly regarding love, because you got the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Four of Cups does represent really emotional stability, and the Queen of Cups rolls over all the cups, and she's actually given a second portion of Cups energy water. So she dives deep. She's an expert in emotion, but she's able to dive deep and understand her emotions overall. And I feel like what's coming towards you is a new offer of love, because the Four of Cups, you'll normally see three cups down below, someone really bored with them, and then an Ace of Cups being offered from offside the screen, which is spirit offering new love, offering a new. It can be a higher love that you find inward and upward, because that is truly the chalice that's being offered to us. But as far as what's coming towards you in the outside world, there is this new type of love. Doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. It can be like, close friendship. It could be an old family member. It can be, something along those lines. But you are having this new love that's coming in. And that Knight of Pentacles means that it's been growing for a while. It's been like dry season where I haven't felt like anyone has loved or expressed love towards me. Well, that is about to change. And the more you look at that Queen of Cups, which is trust in your heart and your intuition, but also understanding your own emotions while you're waiting for love to arrive in the outside world. If you focus in on your own love and your own way of looking at things around yourself and self-love, then things speed up faster. We whip that little Knight of Pentacles horse and get him moving. But that's what they have for you at DT. So many blessings for you. All right, Rose, you are looking for a career guidance. You're welcome, LA. Enjoy school. All right, Rose. So career advice from Spirit. What do they want you to know around career right now? Okay. So career here, you have some choices coming up here. The Two of Cups represents like every moment we have a choice between two emotions. It's either going to be an emotion of unconditional love connected to the higher realms or the fear of losing conditional love. And when you're looking at making career choices, when we are in the place of fear, which is usually when we have this long list of ideas of the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must that have been given to us from everyone, these dreams that have been handed to you, going, here, Rose, here's your dream. And you're like, what? No, I don't want that. They're like, too bad, tough, it's your dream, take it. And you're a child when this happens normally. We're like, oh, okay, this is my dream, but I wanted to do, like, nope, this is your dream. Okay, so you pursue that dream, you continue to go through it, and then as you start taking steps towards achieving it, it just feels empty, right? It just like, oh, it takes so much effort to do this because it's not my dream. And you might even achieve the dream that was given to you, and you're just like, oh, every day you wake up going, oh, here we go again. I feel like this is what's changing. Their career advice is to get into your heart, choose that which makes your heart sing, allow you to go forward, touch your own heart here, and not the mind. And that leads you to this victory, to this place of sunshine, this place of glowing as well. This has a lot of Leo energy too, which has the inner child energy in it. And so that's what I'm feeling like with that the dream that was handed to you. It could be the subconscious block that someone had told you when you were younger, like I want to be a scientist or an inventor, and they're like, you're not smart enough for that. That's not for girls. You need to do something else. And a lot of stupid stuff is told to us in our lives, but it saves down there in the subconscious. And so if you feel there's a block to something, like, I'd really want to be a scientist, but no, I want to go to school, I'm not good at math. That's a story that was told to you. It's like, you know what, I am an highly intelligent being that's connected to the creative intelligent mind of the universe. I can do anything. And I feel like this is the step for you here, that you can step forward and find out what it is that you really want to do. What was this dream that was crushed when you were younger? And look into what you can do to make that happen. So that's what I feel is coming your way, Rose. That's the advice from Spirit. So there you go. Many blessings for you. All right. Lovely Lovey, you are up next. Let me take a quick sip here. How successful will the scalp potion business be, or should you just not do it? All right, let's see what they have here. What do they want you to know about this? Is it legal? Just kidding, because you got the justice card. Are you going to get in trouble by selling this scalp potion business? I mean, doing this business? But you have the 9 of Wands here too. So the Justice card is about, you can see here, kind of, if it will focus in there, there is the scales there that they're holding, which is the balancing out of the small T truce from the capital T truce. And for me, that means when I see that in a question of, is this really what I, should be doing? First, there's no shoulds, in the heavenly realms. They're like, there's no right or wrong, there's just different emotions, there are different experiences. But when the justice card comes out, it tells me that there is this clarity that can come about what it is that you truly want, separating the capital T truths of your higher heart from the small t truths of fear of losing conditional love in the human world. And so I feel like this balancing is coming in here where it's like, you know what? I feel like this is something that seems like a good idea that other people are wanting you to do, or that you're like, well, I could make money that way, or da 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 da. But I just feel like it's you. I feel like you feel there's an energetic block there, like there's something keeping you kind of like you feel like you want to go forward, and someone goes, nope, and you're like, well, really probably should, nope, and that's what I'm feeling too. Is that there's something more in alignment with your heart than this business. Um, I would say what spirit is saying for you in this case is that it's more in alignment with your higher self to do something else. Like this doesn't fulfill you, and I feel like there's this block that's there, invisible block, right? So that's what they have for you, lovely lovey, and search your heart and go, what would I want to do? How do I want to express this love within me to the world? How do I want to do that? And because that's really what would make your heart sing instead. All right. Money's keeping you back. Yes, legal. There you go. Boom. You don't want any lawsuits. Let's just not go there. Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's something like that having to do with it, that there's like they're making claims that really don't happen, and then it gets pulled back or whatever. But yeah, I just really feel avoid detour. All right. Many blessings to you, lovely Alex. So what is to come in love with R? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Wow. Okay. These cards literally lifted out of the deck and flew out. So let's take a look here and see what these are. What is to come here? All right. Well, there's this movement coming in here. The Magician card is about guiding your energy. Where do you want to direct it? What do you want to create? And the Eight of Swords represents your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and your own mindsets that have kept you kind of blinded and restricted and feeling trapped. I just feel like that there is this cutting away here of some thoughts and some beliefs and some mindsets that once you do this, you see things so differently. You see things so clearly that you decide like where you want to invest your energy is different when you get to the other side of it. So, any fears you have of losing conditional love when it comes to a loving relationship, whatever you feel has caged you and kept you small and chained down, really look at that and go, what are my fears? What have kept me back from experiencing what I want with love? Where is this? What's at the root? Because once you get into that and you really look at it and you go, okay, so why do I want love with R? What do I feel I'm going to get from that? What fulfillment do I feel I'm going to have from that? So this is what they're having you question, because I feel like once you really look at that and you understand it from this new perspective, this different perspective, you're just like, okay, I really wanted it. It's like, I don't know why they're showing me something like on Amazon that you look at and you're like, wow, that looks good. And what a good price. And this is really good. You know what? I think I might buy that. Well, let me just scroll down. How many stars did it get? What comments are there? And there's all these awful comments about it only lasts a week and they give you no customer service. And it's like there are all of these negative remarks. There's not even a positive star. And you're like, oh, you know what? think I've changed my mind. And I feel like that's what happens with you. You evaluate love and you change your mind around. So I don't feel like they move like alter course. I feel like you do instead. So that's what they have for you, Alex. So hopefully that resonated. Many blessings for you. You want to make money to make your heart sing. Oh, dive deep into that. Dive deep into that, lovely, lovely. Uh, yeah. You're so funny. Hey, Kaylee. Hello, hello. I have been awesome. I hope you have been awesome as well. I'm glad you're enjoying the Facebook posts. I know those reminders, and I put them on Instagram too. I put some of them on the YouTube community page, but I try not to inundate it too much. Usually in Facebook and Instagram, if you guys are interested in having some daily inspirational, uplifting things, all my social media is listed in the description box of this video. And, you can check it out. I put out 2 to 3 a day usually. Also put out reminders about drawings and everything there too. So thanks for mentioning that, Kaylee. And so, you want to know, did you unintentionally activate Kundalini? Whoa, what did you do? I don't know. There was this switch, and I was like, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? And activating Kundalini there's nothing wrong with that there. Well, and you have the Nine of Wands here, which is energy. The Nine of Wands is, the Hermit's journey, understanding your own energy. And the Moon card is, of course, definitely connecting to the higher realms, reflective time, diving deep into your emotions and the subconscious, the unconscious. So your energy has been activated, but I don't believe it's like the Kundalini um, experience yet. I feel like your energy has definitely activated with all of this, but I feel it's because of this inner journey that you've been on that it's more like you cleared a pipeline of energy, because we'll have like blockages in our energy where it's fears that we've gained over time that are the blocks within our energy field. And as we remove things, things clear out. But sometimes we um, take away like a big chunk of something. Like if you really just forgave someone or had this aha about a situation or something like that, a big piece, a big chunk will be removed, and it brings so much flow that it actually clears out other stuff. So I don't feel like it's the Kundalini. Woof. I just feel it's this powerful energy that is always flowing within us, but you've cleared away some significant things out of the pipeline that have things flowing, um, and it's activating things within you. So you are experiencing enhancements of your spiritual gifts, enhancements, clarity of messages, um, dreams. I mean, we are already near a full moon and in Pisces season, but dreams are probably even more weirder than normal. So I like it for you, but I don't feel it's Kundalini yet. And, Kundalini is just a name that we have assigned it. But Kundalini, it can be like this next stage awareness where it really just blasts through all of your chakras and your spiritual systems, and it kind of takes everything offline like an EMP pulse, and then everything comes back online in a different way. Uh, but I don't feel like that has happened exactly yet. But this has been a huge opening of flow, definitely for you. So that's what they have for you, Kaylee. How exciting, though! That is an amazing thing. So I like it. All right. So that is what they have. Many blessings to you. Much love to you, Kaylee. Christina Lowe. Hello, hello. Miss you too. Where you been? You've been busy Oh, well, that's good. Hopefully it's been a good busy. I know you've been preparing for things. So your question is, why is your grandmother so mean and evil? Oh, if she is she the reason why you didn't get to move as planned today? Um, did we pull a reading on your move and that there might be some blocks that happen? Things won't go unfold exactly as planned. Um, but let's take a look here and just to have you understand your perception of your grandmother. And does she have anything to do with this? Let's see here. Okay. So we have the Emperor and we have the Two of Wands. And so, really, as far as the grandmother is concerned, she appears mean and evil to you because she, um, I want to say the word controlling, fears in her life, um, a lot of fears in her life had caused her to have this perpetual, be in this perpetual fear a lot. And because when our little small inner child feels unsafe or out of control, it it does things. We step out of our intelligent, compassionate, loving human adult that we are, and we turn into a hissy cat that hisses and attacks or hisses and runs away or attacks and then runs away, right? So when we are observing people doing things that appear to be mean and evil, it's because they're acting out in fear. They're doing unintelligent, unloving, and uncompassionate things. That's what a 2-year-old does when it wants to feel back in control. It wants to feel safe. It wants all its toys back. It throws a tantrum. It does stuff that way. And so when we are perceiving people as that, then that's because they're in that energy, which is the Emperor. The Emperor has a story of a loving emperor. A loved emperor is an emperor who is loving, who gives of the royal treasury to its kingdom, knowing that the kingdom will flourish. And if everyone feels successful, the world is better for it because we can touch the world and do so much. But if that emperor's little inner child goes into fight or flight mode and feels unsafe and out of control, it does things. It becomes a tyrant. It becomes a dictator, uh, demanding things, trying to get back control, taking control from others, doing whatever it feels. So it transforms from this loving, loved emperor into a dictator. And what happens to them? They're usually overthrown, right? So this is the energy they want you to know about, is if anyone appears mean and evil, it's because they're in fear. And if we are seeing mean and evil people in the mirror when we look at other people, then that is a wonderful experience to look into us and go, oh, how am I being mean to myself? How am I being evil to myself? And am I the reason why this move didn't happen as planned today? What of my energy? What is this about me? Because everything happens for us, not to us, right? When we're in the victim mode of life is happening to me, we're in fear. Life is spinning around like a tornado, right? But when we're able to take a deep breath and step back, we can go, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? Why did I want my grandmother to reflect mean and evil back to me? Because I want to see things. I want to understand my own energy, which is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is every moment where either the energy that we're putting out and creating and drawing things into our life is either of unconditional love of the higher realm or the fear of losing love in the human realm. And there's this wonderful awareness that comes in when I focus on what I feel is missing in my life. I will draw more things to miss into my life. If I have things in my life that I don't want to be happening, and I focus on that, I enlarge it, invite more of it to come in. If I fear something is going to be removed out of my life, I will reject it out of my life by my energy, focusing on it. If I fear something will come into my life, I invite it in, come on in, because I'm investing my energy there. So there's this wonderful awareness that's coming in with the situation for you that, if you focus on gratitude, focus on what you do want to have come in, and focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and bliss, all that gratitude, then that stuff expands. And there's nothing wrong with either choice. They just bring us different things. It draws different things. Like attracts like. And so there is this awareness that's coming in here for you that it's like, oh, okay. Oh, I moved from being a loving emperor to a dictator today when this move didn't go as I planned it to be. So, I know. Trust me, I'm a Capricorn rising. I have my lists and my stuff, and I used to write in my planner and pen, and it would just mm, mm, mm. If people changed times of meetings at work, and oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it after all. I'm like, oh, I gotta scratch it out of my my planner now. I started writing in pencil, and this my savior became this little white eraser where I was able to erase things and move it to a different day and learn to be flexible and go with the flow eventually over years. So my heart goes out to you, Christina. Hopefully that helps. That's what Spirit has for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving down the list here, and we are to Mira. And you like a spirit message? And oh my goodness, we're just past the first hour. So I like to throw in a public service message for everyone that's not aware. I'm usually on for 2 hours, so I'll be on for about another hour. I do go in order for the free readings, first come, first serve. I've been doing something toward the end, which I've been able to almost get to the end of the list of free readings by, in the last 15 minutes or so, starting a lightning round and just pulling one card with quick answers to at least get some answers for some people, for everyone, as much as we can. But if you do make a donation, I do prioritize your reading and bring it to the front, complete that, and I do dive deeper into those than I do the free readings. So that is how that works. And then I go back in order and continue going down the list. So that is the public service message. So we'll go back to the regular scheduled program now. And Mira, you want a spirit message here. And, oh, okay. I was going to grab another deck, and they're like, zzz. They want to give you a Whispers of Lord Ganesha card here. So let's take a look here and see what the Remover of Obstacles has for you today. And you've got Harmony. Ooh, Master number 22. What a beautiful card. I love the richness of that. All right. And let's take a look here and see what message comes with here for you. And it says, you deserve to feel good about your existence. Hallelujah, right? The card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember to radiate warmth and energy. Take some time to reflect on your personal values and attitudes. What do you believe will bring you the outcomes you are longing for in order to have a complete and happy life? The color orange can refer to a period of socializing, activity, and new adventures. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra and is associated with the private organs and reproductive systems. It can symbolize happiness and love. And we store our feelings, our emotions, our pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, and connection in this domain. How deserving do you feel? When you feel that you deserve good, you treat yourself well and require that others treat you well also. This is true. When the sacral chakra is clear and the energy is in balance, you're friendly, you're compassionate, and empathic with a concern for others. You will experience a very strong sense of belonging. Feel good about your life, enjoy time with friends, and do what is necessary to bring yourself in alignment with what you want from the relationships in your life. I like it. So, really stepping into your power. Harmony, and harmony, it almost feels more like it's time for you to allow yourself to feel good about yourself, and then also not demand but command. you know Demand is different. Demand is like, you will blah 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 blah, whereas if someone doesn't treat us well, we're just like, you know what, let's talk about how we're treating each other. And we just command the respect, we command the being treated well. And if people don't want to treat you well, then they just don't get to come into your presence anymore. And it's okay. It's like, that's all right. There's billions of people in the world. You can step over there, get to know some more. But that's what they have for you, Mira. I love that message for you. So many blessings for you. All right. So continue moving down the list, and we are to Sorsha's Tarot. So you are curious about this new relationship and where it's headed. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about this new relationship? All right. Well, it looks like here you're having a wonderful experience. You have the Page of Wands, which is about new passion, new drive, new ambition. And I feel like what's happening in this relationship, I feel this is a bit different for you than normal, because the heartbreak, the expectations card, that's expectations equal disappointment. And in the past, where you had certain expectations that really bubbled up these painful, fearful emotions within you, you really have worked through a lot of it. You do a lot of your shadow work, and I feel like in this one that you've really allowed yourself to be free and more free of these a lot of expectations, that allows you to, like, swinging freely, and a lot more energy that's coming in here, allowing a lot more passion to um, exist and flow within it, unbridled. Before there's all these check they're saying like check gates. They're showing me like it would be like Russia in the Cold War days, where they had checkpoints. There's always all these checkpoints, and they delayed the passion and the love because there had to be all these checkpoints and these gates that they had to get through everything to be able to get somewhere, right? And it's like, no, that's the way it works, um, but you've dismantled a lot of the gates, dismantled a lot of the um, oh, wow. Yeah, so letting go some of the expectations, letting go of some things from the past, allowing things to flow differently than you had before. Um, because we learned that when I had all these expectations, all these posters and shoulds, and no one can live up to those. I don't want to live up to those. Let's just set us all free from them. And I feel like it's different. Um, yeah. They kind of aren't giving you an end result. They're like, this is a learning process. This is like a lab of what happens if you dismantle and take down some of those gates. How does that feel? How much more free does that feel? How much less conflict and fearful emotions come up because of it? So I like it. So that's what they have right now for you anyway. So many, many blessings to you, Sorsha. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. It's like the Fool card. When you go from the World card to the Fool card, the World card is ending of old cycles, and the Fool card is a much more freer adventure, not with a lot of restrictions on them. It's like almost like when we first come here as little babies, we're like, oh, the world is our oyster. We can do anything we want and everything we want until we get all the no, 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 and all that stuff that comes. So I feel like it's more of this freer flowing type of energy. So I like it. Right, many blessings to you, Sorsha. Right, I do have a donation from Saloka Sancher. I probably murdered that. My apologies. So thank you so much for your donation. So we'll step out of the free readings for a moment. And you, so you did ask your question earlier. So Sid's current feelings for you. You just want to know if you should reach out to him or no. He's an ex and you ended things. Okay. Wow. Oh, all these cards come flying out. Let's see. Anything else? All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. They want to start with this card here, which is the Saturn Capricorn shadow energy of our cage gets rattled, showing us what is keeping us feeling caged and restricted and etc. I feel like they want you to remember that when you were with this individual, you're like, yeah, they very much were this wonderful mirror for me, teaching me a lot of this stuff, right? I almost feel like they're saying, remember what sets you free, and remember why you ended it. You know, they're like, just before we begin, let's just recall, let's just do a quick review, let's go to the PowerPoint, you know. And so they're like, okay, now that that's done, they are showing you here, you have two sets of cards. So these ones here are, you know, the king of wands is stepping into your power, stepping into your higher self, really realizing your energy and where you invest it, what you deserve. And the six of pentacles, when it's coming to like a relationship kind of question, I kind of call it my codependency awareness card, where it's the awareness of how much energy you give into a relationship. Like that's what kind of the devil card, you know, what they showed you a lot is how unequal your relationships end up being because of this belief that you had or have down deep inside of the love ratio energy that you give is out of balance. Like you feel like you have to give 100 love coins or 1,000 love coins before you feel like you deserve one love coin back. And so you always have felt that over strong desire to overgive and to not allow people to give you a lot. You need to be needed. You need to give. But no, don't give to me. Let me give to you, you know. And I feel like you learned a lot during the relationship around that, because now the other set of cards here is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, two queens stepping into your royalty, which I really like, and the Queen of Cups, really diving down deep and under and just clearing out the rest of this tendency to overgive that flows out into our lives. The Queen of Cups helps you dive deep in here. To usually it's going to be somewhere 7 years old and younger is when our emotional body is around there is created before our mental body starts being activated when we're around 7 years old or so. And so there's this awareness that comes in when we go back and think, who was it that I had to give so much, do so much to get a little bit of attention? And that is, as a kid, we don't know any better. We talk about this on this channel a lot, where it's like out of balance. And we just go, okay, this is the ratio. It's 1,000 to 1. And it sinks into our subconscious. And there it lives until we bring it up and look at it and go, oh, who was it? Where, you know, how did this get created? Because this is way out of balance, and this is not appropriate for me anymore. And he realized it like, oh, it was mom and dad. They were always busy. I had all these siblings. I had to fight for their attention. Got very little of it, and so that's where it came from. And then with it coming from the subconscious, from that, the Queen of Cups, coming from deep in the recesses of the emotions, it comes out, and then you're able to edit that little edit, click on the little edit button, and lo and behold, you can change it from 1,000 to 1 and save, and it goes down in and it changes your relationships going forward. So all of that to say, no, don't reach out to him. He's taught you what you needed to do. Their feelings are that, it's the other side of the, I want to be able to give to other people. Because what happens when it's out of balance like that, when you want to give to someone, but we don't allow them to give back to us. And we might even consciously go, no, 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 I want them to give to me. But that subconscious, out of balance rate of exchange energetically does not allow them to. They will feel the energy, our subconscious, and all that activity and energy will not allow them to give. And so they don't feel like we will receive from them. So what do? They become a workaholic, or they have affairs with other people, or spend a lot of time with their friends, or doing a hobby, or working out. They do stuff away from us, giving energy to other things, right? And so this is what they're like, their feelings are, I can never give them anything. They are looking to give to the other places in their life. But I feel like for you, it's about diving deep in that. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, give yourself that love, give yourself that time. And whatever happened, obviously there's a reason you ended it, because they probably did those things. And it's time to move forward. It's time to find someone that you'll have that one-on-one instead of the 1 to 1,000. So that's what they have for you, Saloka. So thank you again so much for your donation, and much love to you. All right, so let me scroll back up here, and we left off with Sorsha. So we are to Mary PM. Here's the next up for the next free reading, and anything coming romance-wise. Let's take a look here and see. Let's take another quick sip here. All right. Anything coming for romance? Well, something's a coming here, Mary. You have the Ace of Cups, which would mean new romance, new love that's coming. But there's the Tower experience that comes first, which makes room and space in your life for it. So whatever this sudden change that comes in your life, people or things or situations get moved out to make space for this new romance, or to clear a path so it allows you to head toward it. So there it is headed your way. It is coming your way, and you'll know, because the burning tower happens first. So you'll be like, oh, what is that? Yay, it's the burning tower. You're going to be excited about this change coming, because romance comes after it, right after it. It just opens up the space for it. So whatever this big change is, because it's a tower, it's a major arcana, so it is significant. Whatever this change is, if it's someone leaving your life, or you get moved to a different position in a different city, or you have to move home, or whatever it is, something changes where it puts you into each other's path. And that's what happens. So it opens the space, it brings you to that space. So I like it, Mary. So if you see a burning tower, you can celebrate and go, all right, where is it? Maybe they're the fireman that comes to put out the burning tower. But that's what they have for you, Mary. So many blessings to you. All right. Star Girl, you're up next. So how will your next relationship be? Let's take a look here and see. So your very next relationship, what does Spirit want you to know? They're just being giddy silly. Full moon energy coming our way. Wow. So your next relationship here, I like this. You have the Two of Pentacles. So it's going to be a very balanced relationship. I feel like it is someone that you see eye to eye with in the outside world. A lot of similarities in the outside world. And I like that. The King of Pentacles also shows there's groundedness in here. It feels abundant. It feels overflowing. And there's this, again, it feels very balanced and very, maybe you're like the same sign, a lot of the same astrology, or you grew up in the same place. I mean, there's like a lot of similarities in the physical world of you're just like, oh my God, you're kidding me. You went to that school. I went there, but I moved the year before you went there. No way. Then I worked at Sunset. When did you work there? No, you left like a week before I started there. You know, it's like a lot of similarities, a lot of similar experiences that create a nice bond for you there. Um, I almost feel like it's not going to be like your soul mate, though. It's not like your soul partner that you end up with. It's very important. They will be significant in your life for a bit, but I feel like it almost becomes like, why do I need to date you? Because it's like dating myself. It's like you enjoy the reflection and what you guys learn from each other, and it's fun, it's exciting. You guys have a lot of adventures because you like a lot of the same things, and you even find out you know some of the same people, but you never bumped into each other. It's that kind of thing. And then you're just like, okay, have you had enough? And they're like, yeah, I've had enough too. Okay, it's not like a rah. It's like you guys just go, all right, enough, and then we just move on. So I like it. I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Star Girl. So many, many blessings to you. And next up, we have Mars. All right. And so you'd like to know possible business. So what would Spirit like you to know around a possible business to like get into? Just some guidance in this area here. I had a feeling you've got the Hermit card and the Strength card. Both of these, the Hermit card is about you being called inward and allowing Spirit to guide you on your path, and you know, really reflect on your inner journey. And the Strength card is your human connecting with your higher self. So possible business general, they're um, like they're asterisking it, you know, doing a little asterisk going, please see higher self. Like, well, okay, but the journey is what it's about for you. It's really diving deep into your heart, connecting to your higher self, finding out what your passion is, how you uniquely want to share your unconditional love for the world. So they're guiding you to an inner reflection to find that rather than the outer world, because there's a lot of opinion about the supposed to and the should and the need to, and like, well, that would be good. A lot of check marks that we can put in a box of how something can be and should be and need to be. But it's like, no, it's they want you to go inward because you've done that, you've accomplished stuff, you're able to do small businesses or get your own business and do this or that and this or that, but it's not going to fulfill you. It's just going to be a lot of work. They want you to look inward and find this passion that you have inside. And then it's a no brainer. It's just like, okay, I know what I'd love to do, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing it. Whether I make a ton of money at it or not, this is how I want to be remembered as, what I want to look back on my deathbed at 130 years old looking back going, I'm so glad I did this, you know, not I wish I would have, you know. So I really like that for you. And that's what they have for you right now, Mars. I know. It's boring to get a scroll falling from the heavens to tell us exactly what we're supposed to do and should do and need to do and have to do, you know, from the spirit world. Because they say on the other side, we don't get the journey. We don't get to explore and have a scavenger hunt. It's like Mars, you know, I usually use the this example, and it's funny that you're Mars. Mars is like on the other side, if we go, I wonder what Mars is like. We're there. We don't get to go in a starship and have the journey experience like we do in this realm. And so it's part of the what draws us here is we get to take time to get somewhere. We get to feel unknowingness and exploring and the adventure of finding out. So that's what they're guiding you toward there, Mars. So that is what they have. Many blessings for you. All right. And so we are to Pratik Singh. You are up next here. And you want to know, do you have a reunion with them? And then do they become your life partner? Let me just make sure here. Looks like you mentioned it a few times here. I see that. Okay. So, yeah, I do go in order just for everyone. First come, first serve. So you only have to put your question once. And then we just, when I get down to it, I get down to it. That's the way it works. So let's take a look here. Do you have a reunion with them? And let's take a look here. So with this, you have the Justice card here, which is the balancing out of things. You know, and this is card number 11, and you have the Wands, which is new passion, new things coming in here. I feel like that you won't have a reunion with this, with these combination of cards. I feel like you have something new that comes in that is so much more in alignment with who you want to be and where you want to go. The Justice card here is the balancing out of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and like I feel like part of your, you know, the journey that you're on right now is realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, I call them small t truths, these fears of losing conditional love. What did you learn through this relationship with them, you know, through this experience with them? Because that is what is going to free you, you know, when you have the fear of, you know, this meant I was unlovable, or, you know, all these things, this means this about me. It's a mirror for you to really understand what am I fearing? Why do I want to get back with them? What do I think I'll get from it? It's really this reflection that's coming in right now, because that's the balancing of the justice scales, is like, let me see things from a higher perspective, a new perspective. And then you're freed from things. And then you realize, no, that's not what I want. I do want to move forward into something new that's more in alignment with what I deserve, not with what I, you know, fear I won't be without. So that's what I feel is coming in here for you, Pratik. So I don't feel like there's a reunion, but it's for you. But just in the meantime, look and see what you learned through the relationship about your worth and how you feel about yourself, what fears you have, and then that does set you free. So that is what they have, Pratik. So hang in there. I know it's raw, and we want to, you know, be with the devil we do know, then try to face the devil we don't know. But it is for you. So many blessings. All right. Butterfly, hello. So you are up next here, and you go, will you be attracted to your next boyfriend? Oh, it did not sound like your type. That's funny. Let's take a look here. Well, I mean, how would they become your boyfriend if you're not attracted to him? You know, are they going to hold you at gunpoint and say, you will be mine? You be mine. Um, yeah, I do feel you will here. You've got the Ace of Swords, which is your expectations and things will be changing by then. The Ace of Swords allows you to see things from a higher perspective and cut away old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around, around type or whatever it might be. It's like, boom, boom. You know what? I'm clearing away these. You even have the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia and memory. It's like you're cutting away stereotypes. You're cutting away the expectations around relationship, which allow you to open the blinders, because as we have experiences, we're like, I will never be with someone like that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. And there's this blinders that come in that make it very, very narrow like this, right? Where we can't see anything else. But as we remove those, and we're like, you know what? I know that I want love and that I want to have these interactions, but I'm going to leave a lot of it up to you. The how, the who, the why, all of that. I'm going to trust you because you are going to bring me what is, for me. So I feel like you will be attracted to them because, that's what happens. That's why they become your boyfriend because it's like, and I agree, it's like someone that you're like totally, like you're totally not my type, but oh my God, I am so attracted to you. What is going on here? Because there's so much more to them as well. So I like it. That is what they have for you. Oh, I did skip past you, didn't I, Yavi? So sorry. You know what? Your profile picture is just a black dot, and I just looked right over that because it blended in because my eye looks at the pictures on the side, and that's why I went right past you. So thank you for pointing that out. I will make a mental note in my brain to not bypass black dots. So you are up right now. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. So Yavi, you want to know uh, DGJ's feelings. Wow, all those the letters that sound the same. So let's take a look here, Yavi. What are their current feelings for you? No, none of those. Let me just refresh these. All right. So there is this rebirth that's happening here. The death card, the death and the rebirth card that's coming in really is this transformational kind of energy. It almost feels like, I mean, if you guys have, if you were together and it's ended, or if you're not talking, it really is this, they're on this rebirth, they're on this new way of looking at life. So I feel like there's just a change that's happening in both of your lives, that things are just moving in a different direction. Because you have the strength card too, which this is your higher self and your human self. And this is like them drawing you in to this realization that, those outside loves and those outside things that we're told are supposed to fulfill us don't, when we have, the, we're told to, like, relationships are going to fill us up, situations are going to fill us up, things in our bodies and money are going to fill us up. But when we get them and we eat of them and we drink of them, we're still hungry. We're still thirsty, sometimes even more hungry, even more thirsty. And eventually, at some point in our life, we're just so disappointed and we're just so tired of feeling unstable in the outside world and hungry that we turn inward and upward. And that's what that strength card is this drawing in of your higher self inward to find the love that you've been looking for. Because the outside world can only give us third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth dessert. The full course meal we're looking for, we can only find within our own heart. And that comes with first and second dessert. So we have this fullness and this wholeness we find when we turn inward and connect to this unconditional, eternal love from above. And it changes our whole outlook and how we perceive things. And this can be that death and that rebirth that happens too, is that we suddenly see like, oh, those are just desserts that are never going to fill me up and give me the nutrition that I need for my 10-course meal I find inside of me. But I always make room for dessert. So third and fourth dessert, you can bring it. But when they withdraw the third and fourth dessert and go, no, I'm not going to give it to you after all, you're like, it's okay. I'm stuffed anyway. You don't feel the desperation, not the need for them, right? So I feel like this is what's going on here. And I don't feel like it's fulfilling. I don't feel like there's, I just feel like this ending and this rebirth of you looking inward. So that is what I feel is coming through in the cards right now for you. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Right, Pooja Gupta, you are up next. And so what is coming in Naman's and your situation? You're not in contact. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what we have. All right. All right, well, we do have movement that's happening here in your life. You got 2 eights here. The Eight of Pentacles is about work has been done, things are moving in the outside world. They're either moving up or out. And I kind of feel like in this situation, it is the movement out because you're moving inward and upward here. We just talked about the Strength card, about, this is an invitation inward and upward to find what you're truly looking for. And I feel like the movement out, of course, is always happening for us. You had the Six of Pentacles that came in too, which, tick-tock, time for things to change. But the Six of Pentacles does tell us about, it's my codependency awareness card, which is the indicator that we have this tendency to overgive and give too much. And we don't allow people to give to us. And so the situation that unfolds with that when we're overgivers is that they give to someone else because we won't, even if it may not be conscious that we're doing it, like we're like, no, 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 don't give me anything. We might in our mind going, no, I want them to give me tons of stuff. But deep inside, there's this out of balance rate of exchange of love that is telling them subconsciously that no, I can't afford that exchange rate. You can only give me this much because if you gave me all of that, I would have to give you this much, and I don't have that, right? So there is this clarity that's coming in through all of this, and I feel like they didn't feel like they could give anything, and so they would give to other people in other situations and other things, and that's why I feel like there's no contact here. But there is this change that's happening within you, with your higher self guiding you inward to really reflect on that Six of Pentacles to find out where is it in your life that when you were younger, that you had to overgive, and to bring that from the unconscious and from the hidden into the light, into your conscious mind to really think about it and go, it was my grandparents, or nope, it was my mom or my dad or whoever it was that you had to do extreme things to get their attention, a little bit of attention, right? And so that is what is going on here right now. This clarity, this clearing for you, so that, and the pause and the distance is for you to look at that and to understand the equality of the giving there. And I don't feel like there's a going back to this, because I feel what they have done, they've given to other people and not you, that there would always be this resentment that's there. And it's hard for the human mind to forget, because the first argument you have, blah, yeah, remember when you did blah, blah, blah. I know from experience, it's like a fresh start is generally in for everyone's highest experience, especially once you have that equal giving and receiving type of energy. So that's what they have for you, Pooja. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So, Cheery, you will be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Christy, for your donation. You like a general reading? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate your donations so much consistently. You just blow me away. Absolutely. So, a general reading, yeah, they do want to do tarot. So, we are going to pull here and see what they have for Christy O'Connor. What do they want Miss Christy to know at this moment in time? Anything else? In the bottom. All right. So let's see what we got here. So you got one card and then three. Okay, and then one, and then one. Okay. So you have the Magician card here. So beautiful, perfect energy, just, grabbing a hold of the magic wand. What are you bringing down? What are you channeling from the heavens down into the earth? There's this power, this strength that comes in with this card for you, in that it is a time of not waiting for anyone or anything. The high priestess and the divine feminine is the chalice. It's like, we ask, we wish, and we wait to receive. That's the divine feminine that we all have within us. Then we have the divine masculine energy, which is, get out of my way, I'm about to do all this stuff, and it invest all this energy. It's like, I want this and I'm going to do action to get it. Whereas the other is, I want this, but I'll wait for it to come to me. This is action, 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 movement, 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 which I like for you, because I feel like with these next three cards, you've been in this place of waiting, waiting, waiting with the Hanged Man, right? The cocoon is ready. You are struggling. The butterfly struggles to get out of the cocoon, which is building its wing muscles, which you're about to just bust through this cocoon, and the beautiful wings unfold and dry, and then you're able to flutter and go just into places that you've never gone before. And you do have, the eight of cups here, which is when you're leaving the cocoon, you're leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, which takes you to the nine of cups, which is wish fulfillment. Six of Pentacles for you in this reading is about abundance, equal giving and receiving. You're allowing yourself to receive. You're allowing yourself to have this abundance come in. So you've been doing a lot of this super reflective work when you were in your cocoon, but the time of the cocoon is over. It's time to move forward. You have the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups normally means emotional confusion, but it's so different in this card for you here, because all these cups that are being offered here is all the different experiences that you get to flutter toward. So it's like you just have all these butterfly destinations, is what we're going to call them. You're like, you know what? Because a butterfly is attracted to flowers for the nectar, and that's what they go to, right? And it's like all these scents. I have all these scents that I'm attracted to, and okay, where am I going to go first? It's like that's going to be your biggest problem. Is, what dream do I want to fulfill first? Where do I want to flutter to? What new experience do I want to go to that I couldn't do as a caterpillar? Because a caterpillar would get to a stream and go, oh, well, I can't go in there, I'll drown. This is this wonderful, new journey, this wonderful new, adventure that's coming up. And I love it. You have the Ace of Swords too, which is new wisdom, new ways of looking at things, freedom from the old. Here's the knife you use to cut yourself out of the cocoon, which we don't. Technically, if you cut a butterfly out of the cocoon before it struggled to get out, it doesn't have the strength of the wing muscles to fly. It'll never fly. So you have waited, you've struggled, and now you're ready to begin your new destination. And I love the wand. I mean, I love the the ace, the swords, the newness of this, because it's you're ready to learn new things. You're ready to go off in new directions. It just, and I feel like there'll be new communication too, new imagination, new ideas that are just flooding in with this for you as well. So I'm excited. You're just really ready to leave the caterpillar gang behind. And they're like, why do you get to go do that? And they're like, because I spent my time in the cocoon. They're like, well, can't you just carry us? No, you go have your cocoon time. Then you can flutter and find me. But for now, bye. And there you go, flutter away. So I like that, which is telling me that you are cutting some cords because they can't go where you're going. And that's okay, because there's plenty of butterflies out there that you will find, and you'll be like, hey, I like your wings. And they're like, I like your wings too. So I like it, Christy. What a beautiful image. And I'm excited for what's coming for you here, because it is about to be a huge, huge birth. So I like it. I like it. I like it. So many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Pratik, yes, yours has been completed, so you could be kind and rewind, and you can listen to your reading. All right, Cherry, you are up, and you'd like an angel message. All right, so let's see, what do the angels have for you here? All right. So you have this this interesting journey here. You're like, I know. Tell me something I don't know. But there's this they just want you to know how it's like how proud they are of you, of how you've really moved past a lot of these. You know, the Four of Wands is like marriage or relationship, and the Five of Cups is about mourning and over loss, and you know, being drawn into a lot of disappointment. And but you've really taken steps to step into your own worth. You know, the Nine of Pentacles here is an inner journey, the Hermit, you know, but you found your wholeness and your worth from within, and you've been really working on this. I feel like that's what this kudos is here for you. Yeah, because they just pointed out the 5 plus the 4 equals the 9. You know, if the five of cups, the 4 of wands equals the 9 of pentacles for you. That you've just really have spent the energy and the time and been courageous and brave and facing those things. And their message to you is just that they're proud of the courage that you've had and the things that you've overcome, and how solid you are in your worth now than compared to even 9 months ago. This 9 keeps on coming up. And they're like 9 months before that, and 9 months before that. They're like, if you look at all these 9s, maybe 9 is significant to you too, but there's just how much time that you've had, how much you've jumped, and how much you've gone in your life. So that's what they have for you, Cherry, and I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we are actually down. Let me see. How many more do I have here? All right. It's time to bust through, Christy. So I'm into my last about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go into kind of lightning round mode just to try to get through as many of the free readings I can, which means I go down to like 1 card per remaining question. But before I do that, first I want to thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given me on the video. It does help spread the Zen love, so thank you for being part of the love tsunami. I want to let everyone know there is just 2 days left before the next drawing on Monday. Next Monday's weekly drawing for a personal recorded reading is for an hour. And here is the link for that if you're interested in looking into that. And what else? I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then again tomorrow night before I have my 2 days off from going live. So I'll still be on a few more times. If you haven't checked out your monthly reading for March, um, we do have let me just throw that out here too while I'm talking about it. Here's the playlist for that. But you can also check out my main page for my playlist. I have a ton of pick a cards out there. What else? What else? What else? If you do want me to go deeper into a reading and not just a one card for the remainder of this one, you can still make a donation. I will still honor donations and complete them in this session. So if you want to do that, please feel free to do that still. And if you're wanting to book a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. All that information is in the description box of the video down below. So there you go. So we will go in here and let me take a look here. Pratik, I did already answer your question. So if you want to rewind, you can find your reading just so that you're not wasting time here while I'm doing the others. I just wanted to answer that for you. All right. So Patty, is he apologetic at all for what he said yesterday, or was it intentional? We have the Two of Pentacles here. So this is balance. This is seeing eye to eye. And so I feel like whatever you are seeing here, I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, what they really want you to look at is that it's a mirror. Are you apologetic at all to yourself for what you said to yourself with what they did, right? So I know that's deep. Let me just kind of clarify that real quick. So people just have actions. People just say words, they just do things, but we're the ones that put the story to it. And so when someone does something and I have the story that this is what it means about you, this is the emotion I made you feel. You know, you are the one choosing the emotion. You're the one choosing the story. You're the one choosing the energy. And it's like, oh, you know, I think it's Byron Katie. She's a wonderful lady. If you want to ever check her out, check out her YouTube or her website at thework.com, because she goes, no one can hurt me. That's my job. You know, I'm the only one that hurts myself by my beliefs and my thoughts and what I put around it. And we have a lot of opinion around when someone does this, that's supposed to hurt. Someone does this is what it's supposed to mean, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't. And so we're the ones that choose it. And so I feel like Spirit is doing this mirror, huge reflection thing, which is so freeing. And I know it really pisses us off in the beginning, because I done a lot of that mirror work and I'm almost like, what do you mean I cheated on myself? They cheated on me. And I'm like, they're like, well, you know, you were defining your worth by their actions. So that's self-worth. You find it from within, but you were cheating on yourself and allowing them to define you. And I'm just like, wow. So when you look at how were you unkind to yourself in this situation? What story are you believing about yourself with the situation? And then you can forgive yourself and apologize to yourself, going, you know what? I'm sorry that I even believed that that would be true. That is not true about you, you know, or with yourself. So that's what they're having you look at right now, Patty. I feel like they're saying, you know, whatever their actions and thoughts and blah, 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 that has nothing to do with you. uh, that's what they see in the mirror. But what did you see about yourself in the situation? That is the only thing that you can control. So that's what they have for you, Patty, right now. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know that's not a fun, but it's so freeing when you get to the other side of it. All right. All right. And then Sloka, we already took care of yours. Pratik, we already took care of yours. So Mrs. Sweet like honey. How to deal with work pressures. Give yourself a break or press through. Right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit say is for your highest experience? We have the Emperor here. So this is about you taking control, stabilize your life, that you're the one in charge. So you absolutely get to choose for yourself. I like that. They're saying that you can step into your power. There's a lot of advisors around you, always blah, 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 but they're supposed to, this should, the need to. But in the end, you clear the throne room of all these advisors and you get to decide. And I feel like it's very important that you get to decide, do you want to give yourself a break? Yes, take a break. And I feel like that's what you're wanting to do. Pressing through for who? For what? For because other people, what other people will think or say or think you should or whatever do. You're like, you know what? This emperor is taking a break. I'm going to the summer palace. Everyone else, you just deal with it. So I like that for you, sweet like honey. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right, Lonely Warrior, you like a general reading. So we're doing lightning round 1-card readings right now. So you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a movement of emotion that's happening for you here. The Knights all have a quest. They all have something that they are questing and searching after. And of course, the Knight of Cups is in search of the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups, the chalice, that which is full of the unconditional love from up above. So there is this, and it's funny, it's called the Lonely Warrior, and you're the warrior that's in search of the heart. But that's what it is. It's they quest after the outside world and find that they're not finding what they're looking for. And they find a secret map that tells them, turn inward and upward and you'll find what you're looking for. And that's what the message is turn inward and upward, and you will find that though you might be alone, you are never have to be lonely, because you are surrounded by a multitude of beings of unconditional love and light that love you eternally and unconditionally, never ends, and nothing you can do to lose it. So you have this posse of support that's always around you, and they will help you on this journey of finding this love that you're looking for. So I like that for you, Lonely Warrior. That's what they have for you right now. All right, we took care of that. We took care of that. Hey, Hogwarts failure. Are you going to get a new phone for your birthday? Let's take a look here and see what they have. Wow, well, the King of Pentacles came flying out, which is about abundance and overflowingness. So that would be a yes from me here. I almost feel like there's your birthday present. Let's open it up. So I feel like you definitely will, one way or another. I feel like they're saying like, you will get a new phone for your birthday, whether it's from someone else or from yourself. You're getting a new phone for your birthday. So I like it. Too funny. All right. So I think that is... Let's take a look here. All right. So B, hello. And okay, so you have a question there. So you'd love to be on the list if you have time. B, if you are still here, if you have a specific question, pop it down below. Otherwise, I'll just do a general reading for you. And thank you, Pooja Gupta, for answering Pratika. I did complete your reading. I absolutely know I did. So just rewind and you'll find that. And then I think that is going to be it, except for Neil. So if you're here, pop that down. I'm going to complete Neil's really quick here. Do you have angels watching over you, Neil? You're trying to manifest money. Any angel messages on that? You absolutely have angels watching over you. I mean, we are surrounded by a multitude of beings of unconditional love and light 24/7. You got you have a guardian angel that's been with you since the moment your soul was created. You've got angels that come in and out, specialists, spirit guides who come in and out. You have some that are with your entire life, but others that come in and out that are specialists. You have ancestors, you have loved ones that have already gone to the other side. So tons and tons of beings there. So you definitely have them watching over you. And so any angel messages on manifesting mucho dinero. Yeah. We definitely see here this Nine of Wands is this energetic block that you have here. And the Knight of Swords is telling you that there are some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have that you may not be aware of that are like down in your subconscious that it's important for you to look into and really see where these beliefs came from, because they would have been formed like early in your earlier years, 7 years old and younger, and it's about your worthiness to receive that keeps us from manifesting the money that our mind, our conscious mind wants, but our subconscious mind goes, can't have it. You are denied. And so that's why there's this energetic block that's there. So anything that you can do, a book you might check out if you haven't is it's called Tapping into Wealth. Let me see here. I might even just have it like right here. Maybe. Yeah, I do. It's called Tapping into Wealth. It's by Margaret Lynch. And it's about tapping, that's one way that we can access our subconscious, where those, those blocks are, those beliefs are down underneath there. And then it just helps us realize them, communicate with them, release them, transform them, and allows things to come in. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to understand is we have certain energy levels that we have to be at to be able to attract, because like attracts like. And if there's these underlying fears around having money, having abundance, there might be some blockages that are there that aren't allowing it to come through. But when we release them, then here come the floodgates. So I like that for you, Neil. So that's what they have for you. And be you. So will ton be okay? Let's take a look here. Let's see what they have here. All right. We got the King of the Wands. So they have great amount of power here. So if they want to be okay, they're going to be okay. If they don't want to be okay, they're not going to be okay. They're really showing here that they are the ones that hold the energy over their life. Whatever they are focusing on is what's growing and expanding. And so if they are having some awful, awful things happen, well, it's because they're having some awful, awful energy within them around themselves, these fears that are attracting things in. So send them a lot of love, and may their divine posse and support team allow them to understand the power that they hold, that if we focus on what is missing or we don't want in our life or we fear will come in and out, we grow it, we're feeding it all this energy. Or if we focus on what we're grateful for and what we do want, and unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, that grows and that expands, and that can transform things for them. So if you're able to get that to them at all, if they're open for that, let them know that they have so much co-creative energy for their life. So that's what I have for you, BU, from Spirit. Yeah. So Ton or Tony, yeah. So that's the message for that, BU. So if they either are going to, I feel like the journey is what they want you to be aware of. To whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. Whatever they focus on grows and expands. So if they want to be okay, they will be okay. If they don't want to be okay, they won't be okay. They hold a lot of it. Um, yeah, the third eye chakra is a way to, because our 90% of our existence is the unconscious and the subconscious. We're only conscious of like 10% in this human experience, but our soul, our past lives, our subconscious programming that our conscious mind feeds so much to our subconscious, going, I know this is the way you want it to work, but this is what I want to experience. And so much of what we think goes down, and it has all this programming that's running. So your third eye chakra allows you to tap into your unconscious and subconscious, your mind. So that's where we connect with, when we do automatic writing or write with your opposite hand and doing all that type of shadow work. That's all done through the third eye. So that is correct, Neil. Right on the button. All right. Well, I don't have any other readings. And we are a little past my 2 hours anyway. So we are going to close down the readings for this evening. But a big thank you for all of you that gave a thumbs up to this video. It does help spread the Zen love. I am always blown away by everyone's thirst and hunger for hearing from Spirit and searching after Spirit. So thank you guys so much for sharing your love and your energy and the beautiful soul family that we have here and communicating with one another. It's always a joy. So I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then back tomorrow night as well at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to stop by and check it out, I'd love to have you guys always. So until I see you guys again, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, many, many blessings. Have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world, and much love to you. And you guys take care.